Charge! Come on, Stanley. Run faster. Let's go. Oh gosh. Oh. Ah! What did I do? Hello? 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 I see light. No, I don't.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Was it over?
No, of course not.
Yes.
Huh?
He had won.
No, he
He
didn't.
had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Happiness.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
But to let
but
go.
to let go.
Yes, of
No
course.
longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Pause. Just so you know, I am pretty sure they're just gonna restart the game again.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Stop
It
lying.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay, let's make this a grand end exit. Boop, boop, boop.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Oh yeah, I feel
The
it.
feeling of liberation.
The
immense possibility of the new path before him.
Hey, yes,
This was exactly the way, right now,
the
the
things are
things were
meant
meant
to
to
happen.
and Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. What? Goodness gracious. Wait, was that it? Of course not. Restart. Come on. This game is fun. I knew it! Didn't I say this?
Someone was following Stanley.
What?
He was sure of it.
What
If
the...
he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Who's raising finger? Who's following me? Get away! My little pigs over here. The keyboard must be loud.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure. Huh? Who's following me?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, of course he did.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours,
Coffee.
he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
True.
because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Who's following
And then
me?
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet
Exactly.
when he looked down?
Why did
Why
the
did
doors
doors
close
close
automatically?
automatically behind him wherever he went?
Why he going in circles?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating?
What the heck
No,
going on?
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Mind control.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
This is all a dream!
What a relief Stanley felt to
It
have
was all a
finally
dream.
found an
Look at
answer,
the coffee
an
bean.
explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying, and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Really?
And it too appeared.
Oh my gosh.
It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so
Oh my
lucid?
gosh. Hey.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked
When you
himself
wake up.
sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's so true.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
He thought. Amazing.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
So fly
How
again.
could it be?
Me fly
Was
some
Stanley
more.
simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Come on, fly.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Great.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Do it.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife,
He's married?
and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Boring.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Nope.
I am okay.
Okay. I'm not okay. You wear me out. And he's awake.
Stanley began screaming.
Please!
Somebody
wake me up.
My name is
Please,
Stanley.
Stanley.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Restart.
And everything went black.
What? No. Blackness, darkness, whiteness, brightness, gray.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella! Well, hello
Mariella
there.
woke up on a day like any other.
She rose?
She rose, got
Come on,
dressed,
you get
gathered
dressed.
her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And
Wow.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Hey.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay, is this the ending or no? He's gonna wake up again in that room. Here's when he. Oh my gosh, this is awesome! It's like
Stanley knew
Groundhog
the office
Day.
layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Okay, you know
Just
what?
a matter of time.
I'm gonna save the game here. New save game, yes. How do I save it? How do I save? There you go, it saved, right? Yes, it saved. Alright, so I'm gonna end it here. I'll probably have more videos soon. I don't know what's gonna happen exactly. This game is awesome. It's stupid and awesome. I like it. Alright, guys, this is the TheBadLuckPrince signing out. I'll see you guys soon, or later, maybe soon, who knows exactly. But yeah, so I appreciate any support you leave on these videos, any likes, comments, even if you want to subscribe to the awesome Stanley. Ow. Alright, guys, so I'll see you later. Ciao for now.